Chippewa Falls comes in as the reigning Division One champion for Wasilla Rocket League, taking on number one Middleton. So far in the regular season, they have done some damage for sure. I know it says on the spreadsheet they are 4-2, but they have completed two of their games today, so they are now 6-2. Those wins coming against New Richmond 3-0, or against New Richmond 3-0, and then Chippewa Falls 3-0. So that put them up at a 20-7 game record. And they have shot up in the rankings as well. A lot of things happening at one time here, and then they play Mukwonago today in one of their makeups, and they have to play Horlick later on. Not sure when that match is going to be played. Then on the side of Mukwonago, their players consist of Pablo Javiolito, Champion 3, Benja, who's a Champion 2, and Bronco, who's a Diamond 3. Mukwonago has also played two of their matches, and we'll take a look at what their record is. I believe they are 5-4 as of right now. Their results were a forfeit win against Bayport and a 3-0 loss against Sheboygan South. So that is what they are looking at. They had to forfeit their game against Waukesha South, and they have to play Chippewa today on stream to make up their last game. So we'll see where they stand. This matchup concludes. As far as a prediction for this one, I believe Chippewa Falls is going to take this one 3-1. I'm not sure if I did a prediction for Fox Valley and St. Croix. I think heading into the game, I think my prediction was Fox Valley in a close series, but I didn't think it was going to be as close as it was. I mean, St. Croix having momentum with a 9-0 record, I just didn't think it was likely for Fox Valley to really take that the distance the way that they did, considering how they played against Martin Luther, how they just let Martin Luther come back and win that series. However, though, I was proven wrong, and Fox Valley took that distance and they actually won against St. Croix. So hats off to them. Hats off to St. Croix for a great match. And without further ado here, we're going to get both of the teams, Mukwonago and Chippewa Falls, into the lobby. And then once we are done with this matchup, we will look at the league spot rankings, each of the three divisions. Just going to tinker around with the overlay real quick while we wait for the teams to join. But Mukwonago has been featured on stream previously. It was Varsity Week 1, if you remember back that far. They took on Wausau West in a game where we didn't know exactly what Mukwonago was going to show us. They're known for their football program and other things around the high school. However, this is their first season in esports in general, especially for Rocket League. So they showed some great chemistry against Wausau West. It was a playoff team in winter 2024. So with that experience under their belt, Mukwonago has had a solid run and even took Elkhorn to 5 games, as well as Chippewa Falls. So both of these teams are very competitive. Looks like Chippewa Falls have made their appearance. Use a lot. It looks like Mukwonago is in as well. So we'll be started shortly with our last matchup. As Mukwonago joins the lobby. Game 1 of our final match of the Winter 2025 Wasia triple header for week number 5. A rescheduled week 4 match thanks to Mother Nature. Benja trying to float it over the middle immediately. You remember how great the Braves were at defending the ball against Wausau West. They were down 2-0 in the first game and never let Wausau West see their net again. So Mukwonago definitely looking for a win today. However, I got Scuffed Mex is going to throw that ball right in their net. And a little bit of a Mandalorian reference in that name tag for Scuffed. This is the way. Indejaran would be pleased with this triple header right now. Javiolito off the kickoff, trying to put it center position for the Braves. We'll see what happens, and Crazy Flicks getting his shot at the ball. And speaking of Crazy Flicks, he is the only member on the team who was a part of last year's championship winning team, as both Herd Gunner and Keegan graduated from Chippewa Falls or left the Rocket League team. Not sure exactly what happened to both of them. I just assumed they were either seniors or they just wanted to go out on top, and, you know, you can respect that. Either way you slice it. I mean, if you're a new team in your inaugural season doing that, I mean, we've seen that with Waukesha South, so Chippewa Falls is immortalized for sure. One of the top teams in Division 1 to look out for. That's a great save by Bronco. And Mukwonago is just, you know, testing the waters for Wasia Rocket League. This is their first season. So definitely going to have some growing pains in some areas, but, you know, if their team is, you know, really young grade level wise, they'll have a few years to work it out. Crazy Flicks gets his second of the game. Scuff Mexa pass over to Crazy Flicks, and yeah, when you're going against a defending champ and you're Mukwonago in your first season, it's definitely going to be hard to adjust right out of the gate, unless if you have a team that's poised to be in highly competitive situations down the line. That's a demo from Scuffed on the Bronco. They're not letting Mukwonago have anything right now. Bronco with the demo on the Crazy Flicks. Oh, popped up Bronco, almost getting it in. Benja trying to force it through. Crazy Flicks up in the air. Great touch. Gets rejected by Javiolito, who tries to put the shot on net. He does. However, Scuffed makes the play for the Cardinals. Let's see what Benja can do here. We have crossed the 2-hour stream time for the triple header. This has been an amazing stream for sure. One of the best we've ever had, and that's one of the best shots I've ever seen from Chippewa Falls. I mean, I saw their dominance against Green Bay Southwest last season, first round of the playoffs, but my goodness, Crazy Flicks. That's why they call him Crazy Flicks. Even though I didn't necessarily flick the ball, but that was crazy. And less than 2 minutes to go, Chippewa Falls has had full control of this game. And Javiolito is going to be credited with that goal. This one that sneaks on through. That's a nice shot indeed for Javiolito. Going off the backside of his own net to make that play, and none of the Chippewa Falls members were able to catch it in time. And just trying to make a play off the wall. He's not able to. Javiolito gets demoed by Scuffed. Tries to float it for his teammate. That's an open net. Can Mukwonago capitalize on it? Javiolito trying to make the pass. Unfortunately, gets it pinched on the bottom part of the wall. And just centers at Javiolito in position, too slow to make the play. Doesn't have boost. Steals the boost, however. Gets demoed, losing about 67 boost. Because when you get demoed, you get respawned with 33. Javiolito trying to fake out Mr. XZ. However, that doesn't work. Crazy Flick's way to get back to her. Javiolito strikes gold again for the Braves. And an awkward touch from Crazy Flicks nets that goal for Javiolito. Scuffed popping that for his team. The Braves do have a slight chance to tie this one up. They just need goals, and they need goals fast. Benja fakes out one. Has limited boost. Drives it in! Wow! I did not think that was going to go through. I thought that was just going to be a kick-out pass, but no. Benja just goes full beast mode right there. Puts it in. And all of a sudden, it's a one-score game. 24 seconds to go. Until the kickoff happens and Crazy Flicks gets the score. And that might have been the nail in the coffin for game one. Cardinals preventing Mukwonago from pulling off any last-second heroics to tie it up in game one. We've seen some craziness happen on this stream already with both of the previous matches in week 5. Scuff going up in the air, maybe looking for a last-second buzzer beater. However, that ball gets knocked down. Chippewa Falls wins game 1. And Chippewa Falls dominated for about, I would say, 80% of that game 1 until Mukwonago found success later on with Javiolito and his deep shots. And Chippewa Falls just was not ready for that. You know, they were calm, cool, collected. They were just content with their lead, and you know, they let their foot off the gas pedal a little too soon, and it almost costed them. Benja's shot going to be saved. Let's see what Bronco can do. Maybe a double tap, perhaps. Almost hit it. Over Chippewa Falls, great on defense. And the mindset for Chippewa Falls is to, you know, not rebuild their team, but, you know, sort of replenish their identity as a team. I mean, with new players, you can form so many different aspects of an identity. You know, obviously, you won't be the same team that you were winning the championship unless if you put together a scheme that makes it possible yet again. I mean, we've seen teams do that. Granted, they do have consistency in their lineups, but I mean, if Chippewa Falls can win the championship again with the new roster, that's going to be impressive. I got Scuff Mex going up in the air, making a huge play for the Cardinals. Just gets it past Javiolito. Scuff Max keeping tempo in favor of Chippewa Falls here. I mean, at this point for a rescheduled match, you probably want this one to end as quickly as possible, as we are, you know, hitting into the uncharted territory, no man's land, if you will, in terms of, matches being played due to this reschedule. Oh my goodness, Scuffed Mex putting it in for Chippewa Falls. That's a nice goal for Scuffed. All three members of Chippewa Falls committing for the ball that time. Just trying to play keep away from Mukwonago here. Scuffed Max, what a carry of the ball right there. This guy is a special player for sure. Again, like I said before, Chippewa Falls just looking to replenish the roster. My goodness, they are everywhere on the field. Reminds me of the exact team I commentated last season. Except Herd Gunner Keegan graduating, but opens up the door for Scuff Mex, Mr. XC, to play a great role in this team composition. The main nucleus of the team in Crazy Flicks. With that previous championship and playoff experience, that's going to carry Chippewa Falls to the promised land. And for Mukwonago, they're just trying to get a goal. Chippewa Falls just limiting the opportunities for the Braves. Very scarce opportunities at that. That's a save from Scuff Mex, and Chippewa Falls has played some superior competition thus far this season in Case Walden and Elkhorn. They took Elkhorn to 5 games, losing 3-2, and when they played Case Walden, that was, earlier in the season. This was week 1. They played both Case Walden and Elkhorn in the same week, so they got thrown to the Wolves immediately in week 1. Obviously, this is a different team than what was performed in week 1. Potentially. So Chippewa Falls is going to be a team to watch out for as we get closer to the playoffs for Division 1. When you look at Case Walden and Elkhorn, possibly the early favorites, but you can't count out Chippewa Falls and what they're putting on display as they travel towards their deeper portion of the season. They're just playing keep away with Mukwonago up to this point. Aviolito trying to pass it over to Benja. Can't get it to go through. Bronco mistouch, and it leads to a 4th goal for Chippewa Falls. And it just looks like the Cardinals are 2 steps ahead of what the Braves want to do. Again, with the new team, you're going to have some success. You're going to have some growing pains as well if you're Mukwonago, but, they should not be disappointed right now. Got a feeling they're going to make a stronger effort in Game 3 to try and make this series a little interesting. Remember, Chippewa Falls is just showing to be a mighty team here. Benja, flip reset, fakes out all of Chippewa Falls. They fall like dominoes. Wow. Oh my goodness. The friendly BM as well from Scuff to his entire team, as all 3 of them just falling down like dominoes. And, Mukwonago won't get shut out in these 2 games, despite Chippewa Falls controlling most of these games, and that's where Mukwonago has to attack if they want to come back in this series. Is they have to find a way to stop Chippewa Falls from dominating for most of the matchups here. And it goes in all facets of the game: offense, defense, and whatever else you want to count in. Benja, though, has an open lane. Crazy Flick, so in the vicinity. Crazy Flick's there to read that just in time. Scuff Mex and Mr. XC getting a couple demos to ensure that no crazy shenanigans will happen. Chippewa trying to keep that ball up, maybe for a last-second goal. Nope. It'll drop down. Chippewa Falls taking game 2. So Chippewa Falls doing a great job of controlling the series. They only need to win one more game to advance to 7-2 on the season. And following the conclusion of final matchup at the triple header, we'll look at the league spot standings for divisions 1, 2, and 3. And I'll sign off from this historic stream. I mean, it's just absolutely incredible that something like this was put together, and, you know, the match quality has been spectacular as well. Even if all the games won't be, you know, 5-game series per se, all 3 of these games I can comfortably say have been incredible in their own right. And this will be one to watch back on for the YouTube page when the VOD is uploaded, because this one is special. I mean, we're about 2 minutes into the stream, and oh my goodness, Mr. XC finally getting his name on the board as I talk about how long this stream has been going for and what great quality we have within this stream. Mr. XC threading the needle that time, putting it in for the Cardinals. And just shot almost in Javiolito center over the middle. Read perfectly by Crazy Flicks. Mr. XC, another shot in there. Fitting it right through on that right side. Scuff Max with the save. Crazy Flicks gets the save as well. Mukwonago trying to get a goal here, but their backline is just being decimated by the Cardinals' offense. Accidental back from Javiolito really did not set the Braves up well to defend that. Chippewa Falls going up 3 yet again. 3:43 remaining in the series. Javiolito actually pinching that one backwards. Benja wins the 50, has an open lane, and he takes it, and that's a goal for the Braves. .322 to go. Mukwonago not dead just yet. However, they're going to have to stop the Titan that is Chippewa Falls here. During that week 1 stretch for Chippewa against Case Walden and Elkhorn, they did not have their star player, Crazy Flicks, who just scored right there as soon as I mentioned his name. So Chippewa Falls is looking to have Crazy Flicks on their starting lineup for the rest of the season to ensure that their best foot is going to be planted forward and that they can make their best chance to being back-to-back champions. Scuffed, putting the 5th one in for the Cardinals. .248 to play here, and Chippewa Falls has made this out of reach for the Braves. Oh my goodness, almost going for a sixth one. Mr. XC's shot going to be saved by Bronco, and Mukwonago is one of those teams that's going to fight till the very end, no matter what the score is, and that is a major green light of this team, or a green flag, I should say, is their ability to just tough it out no matter what the score is. Definitely going to have a bright future in Wasilla Rocket League. Crazy Flicks popping that one up, gets bumped by Bronco. See if Mukwonago can maybe put one more in there. Javiolito going to lead the charge this time for the Braves. Couple of bumps mixed in there. Scuffs gets a nice 50. Crazy Flicks an open lane, and that's going to be a save by Bronco. Mukwonago, a 5-5 record. Isn't exactly what you want, but it's not that shabby of a record. Especially for a newer team to esports in general. They've definitely given us some highlight reel plays, despite not getting many opportunities to score. Chippewa Falls' defense is just on another level right now, as well as their offense. They're clicking on all cylinders. They're a team to watch out for sure. In these last 40 seconds or so, we'll see which team scores again here. That's a pass. Crazy Flicks to Scuff. That's a save from Bronco. And he was doing a lot of that in their game against Wausau West in week 1. He was a contributing factor to that win for them. And Sheboygan South is another tough team that Mukwonago had to go against. Unfortunately, they lost 3-0. But, you know, it just goes to show that the newer schools in Wasilla Rocket League are starting to find their footing, you know, earlier than expected. And that's great to see. Benja, another highlight reel play. Reading the bounce off the ceiling before the clock strikes 0. Got to give credit where it's due. He's in his suit and tie. He's going to leave it all on the floor tonight. And the ball drops. Chippewa Falls is going to win the series 3-0 against Mukwonago. Yeah, Mukwonago just getting these goals last minute. And, you know, when they were offered the opportunity to score, they took it. But hats off to Chippewa Falls for great defensive and offensive play. Mukwonago drops to 5-5, while Chippewa Falls advances to 7-2 on the season. So the triple header of matches has come to a conclusion. It's 6:02, so give me about a couple minutes for another short break, and we'll look at the league spot standings. Stick around for just a little bit longer. I know it's long. I know it's been a long